Gas Angels secure the top spot and the #1 seed at the end of the elimination round of the PVL Season 3 Reinforced Conference. Pacific Town Army, meanwhile, booked a place in the semifinals after beating Bangko Perlas. And to talk about the PVL matches, let's bring in Synjin Reyes and Miss Charo Soriano. Okay. Creamline beating BALIPURE. Of course, we'd like to talk about the performances, pero something else took over and really grabbing the narrative away from the performances. And that's an incident involving two players from BALIPURE. Now, maybe you can give the fans just a very, very brief backgrounder on that incident and your feelings about that incident. Synjin.
So the incident happened between Djokovic and Bermilio. The incident occurred at the tail end of the first set when Creamline tossed the ball to the other side. Djokovic and Bermilio were going for the second ball kasi nasungkit ni Guillermo yung first ball. Hinahabol nila yung second ball. Nakatalikod si Bermilio, I think, going to pass the ball to the other side of the court. Djokovic was in the forward stance going to. So nagbanggaan sila and the collision led to the ball not being saved. And then in effect, out of emotions, frustrations and whatnot, Djokovic ended up giving a blow.
Yeah, and we're showing what happened
right after.
Right after.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the level of remorse, regret that the BALIPURE import had.
I think one thing also that we wanted to highlight when we spoke, of course, with the BALIPURE management was how close really Djokovic and Bermilio, how close they are, not only as teammates but as friends. They really treat each other as really close friends. So we can see how remorseful Djokovic was after striking the head of Bermilio. And even after doing that and saying sorry and hugging her, she couldn't anymore concentrate on the game because of what she knew she did. She knew it was wrong what she did, and she knew she hurt Bermilio. And even after that game transpired and they all went to the dugout, the BALIPURE, Djokovic was already crying, and it was actually Bermilio who went to her to console her and told her that all is forgiven. And she actually was the one who wiped the tears away of Djokovic. So they were able to fix things internally right then and there. BALIPURE, all those people involved, and of course they spoke with PVL afterwards again.
We showed a photo of the two players, and that photo happened after the game. Players embracing each other, really showing affection for one another, making sure fans understand, look, it was a misunderstanding. Yep. Wasn't nice to see, but people have showed their remorse, and then the league also saying that, okay, you know what, they probably took it to consideration. Yep. Na okay na yung team, okay na yung players. Let's just make sure it doesn't happen again.
If we look at the incident, you can't define a person by just a moment of misjudgment on her part. And, you know, I think all parties involved have already said a piece. Bermilio and Djokovic internally, as assured by the BALIPURE management. The BALIPURE management also, if I'm not mistaken, has come up with a statement saying and relating to how they handled it internally as well. And they just want to keep it to themselves. The event might have happened as public as it could be, but still, all parties involved have already addressed the issue to a certain extent. And I think if everyone involved has moved on, I think it's also a time for us to also move on from this incident, because as bad as it looks like, we can also define everything that Djokovic has done for the team, for the squad, just by that one moment of ignorance on her part.
Yeah. So in the same manner, I cannot define Synjin for his wearing a kimono.
Oh, please define him.
No, I'm not going to define you for you deciding to wear a kimono on the score.
I love it. I love it.
So we're gonna move on from her kimono. Let's move on to PETROGAZZ winning over MOTOLITE. Your thoughts on that match?
Well, in the match-up between PETROGAZZ and MOTOLITE, it's actually very, very grave, this match-up. Because if MOTOLITE would have won, then they could have also gotten another game, playoffs with Bangko Perlas, and that would have given them a chance for the semifinals. However, PETROGAZZ really wanted and really was, we can see how focused they were in the game. Cheng distributed the ball very well. It wasn't only Salas and Johnson that were scoring points. She really involved everybody, and I feel that if that's something that they will do in the semifinal series, they're gonna be a really, really formidable, even more formidable team to watch out for.
I would have to agree that the pressure was pressed on MOTOLITE, but just a quick shout out to the maturity and gelling of PETROGAZZ that has developed over the past year.
All right, let's go to that Pacific Town Army win over Bangko Perlas.
Well, looking at that game, ito yung game na parang na-out-veteran yung Bangko.
Na-out-veteran.
Yeah, na-out-veteran ng mga veterano talaga.
Let's make that a term now.
Yeah.
Na-out-veteran.
Because two veteran teams going up against each other with veteran players in their core. And if you look at what Pacific Town PTA, Pacific Town Army did, it was really Limareva Flink and Janelle Jordan playing an inspired performance for Pacific Town Army. And we really saw how Flink can carry a team. 29 big points in just 3 sets. That's an average of almost 10 points per set. And gaano kalaki yung contributions na ganun for a very crucial match because they really knew that they wanted to get that solo third spot.
Yes, and adding to what Synjin also mentioned with Flink, she had 23 attacking attempts for Pacific Town Army. And Bangko as a team only had 25 attacking attempts. So you can really see the disparity with aggressiveness and the attacks of these two teams. So yes, I really agree. They were out-veteran.
They were out-veteran.
Yes, and super aggressive also coming from the side of the Pacific Town Army.
Let's show you the semifinal matchups. Number 1, PetroGazz goes up against number 4, Bangko Perlas, and second seed Creamline against this veteran team, Pacific Town Army. Those are your semifinal matchups in the PVL. Thank you very much, Synjin. I'm not going to judge you for your kimono today, and of course, Miss Charo Soriano. Thank you. This has been The Score. I'm Miko Alili. You can also watch The Score on iWant. And we'll leave you now with our features on the NCAA Season 95 kickoff, the Arellano Chiefs team practice, and the MPBL's MINDORO TAMARAWS. So we'll see you all again tomorrow.
The country's oldest collegiate league has kicked off its 95th season with the theme Kaisa sa Pagkakaiba. This year's hosts, Arellano University, have officially opened the doors of the NCAA. After getting the torch from University of Perpetual Help, the first basketball games will be on July 7 at the MOA Arena, with Letran battling back-to-back runner-up Lyceum and Arellano facing 3-time defending champion San Beda.
As a first-time host, of course, there are the first-time jitters. But the good thing is we are able to prepare early. Expect some great things to happen this season, especially the opening performance. It's something new, but I think you'll enjoy it.
Arellano is working its way back to its glory days in basketball, in time for the much-awaited comeback of gifted playmaker Ken Salado. Salado has been primed to take over the driver's seat after Gio Halalon, but his 5th and final year got derailed by an ACL injury. Salado is raring to make up for his absence in the hardcourt.
Iniimbitahan ko yung mga fans ko na suportahan kami lagi, yung Arellano team. At sa akin lang, gusto ko kasing makabawi kasi wala nga ako last year. Saka yun, pagbalik ko, yung unang-una talaga at yung preparation ko na yung sa team namin na makapasok kami ng Final Four. At saka pagsisipagan namin yun.
Aside from the usual fare, women's lawn tennis will finally become a regular part of the calendar, to be followed by cheerleading next year. Catch the exciting games of the first and oldest collegiate league in the country, only on ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Coming off a disappointing NCAA Season 94 Seniors Basketball campaign, Season 95 hosts Arellano University Chiefs are nothing but hopeful this year, as they'll now be handled by veteran coach Cholo Martin. Martin took over from Junji Ablan, who was thrust into the position after the sudden resignation of Jerry Codeniera mid-season.
To be honest, siyempre maraming changes, especially sa players. Pasalamat din ako kay Coach Jerry kasi yung team na binuo niya, okay din. Right now, combination ng veterans saka young players. I have 2 players from Arellano who graduated from high school. So bali 4 yung aking rookie. And then meron mga transfer from UST, another one from San Sebastian.
With a new coach and a new system, the squad now aims to enter the playoffs and improve their 5-13 standing from last year.
More on defense din siya katulad ni Coach Jerry. Gusto niya lahat masipag, nagdo-double effort. Siyempre, last year ko na ngayon. Pinapangako sa team na gagawin ko lahat.
Although I'm old, but my style is young. Yung aming sistema, nagagawa naman nila. Kailangan magpakita kami ngayon this year. Yun ang promise namin sa school na magandang showing.
Sa Arellano community, please support us this coming season 95. And yun, inaasahan namin kayo sa opening. Maraming salamat.
The province of Mindoro has finally joined the 3rd conference of the MPBL. Tasked to mentor this young expansion team is head coach Benji Teodoro, who has veteran campaigners in Michael Galinato, Raymond Matias, Joshua Sarit, and Kim Cinco.
As of now, okay naman yung chemistry. Yung sistema nakaka-catch up nila, nagagawa naman nila. As a young team, run and gun po talaga yung sistema namin. More on transition offense, early offense, and then more on outside shooting, drive and kick.
However, the Tamaraws prize recruit in their build-up for the MPBL is former PBA player Mac Barcael.
Pahinga ako ng 10 months. I'm super excited kasi yung dinadala ko pa is Tamaraw. So parang bumalik yung excitement ko papunta ng practice and then yung games kasi yun yung nawala sa akin nung sa PBA ako .
The veteran forward led the Tamaraws with 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists in their debut game against Bacolod last June 24.
Nakita ko naman, kaya naman namin sumabay. Kahit na short yung preparation namin, Tamaraws is kahit alam namin na medyo dihado kami, talagang lalaban kami.
Mindoro will have the chance to bounce back from their first game loss when they face Bataan on July 6.
Hello mga taga Mindoro, ini-invite ko kayo na supportahan niyo po kami sa lahat ng games namin. Yung game po namin is para po sa inyo.